There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. Okay, so make sure that you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Beyond your best behavior, because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. There is a detailed form of this disclaimer in the description box below. So make sure that you guys check that out. Yeah, by watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes the gatekeeping, shadow banning, and copywriting of my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit. So don't steal messages from them. Okay, now we're going to do the prayer. Okay, so I'd like to call upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, any other beings of light that are here to help. Also, the Galactic Federation of Light, the spiritual court systems, everything on this list, basically. And I would like to ask specifically Archangel Michael to please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, Most High God, please continue to give me the full armor of God for protection during my life's work and mission here on the earth. I am eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will. If you have anything else that you need sent through as a message, I am always eager and listening and open to that. So thank you, God. And thank you, Holy Spirit, for giving me messages and downloads. So this next download we're going to talk about is, and this could be about somebody that maybe you didn't even ask them to pray for you, but they're just praying for you. You guys need to be really careful when you're asking somebody to pray for you. You need to make sure that you know what that person's spiritual practice is, because I feel like you could have asked for somebody to pray for you at some time, and what they did was they took everything that you were talking about, you wanted to be prayed for, and they prayed against it. So people will do that. And I don't want to just say it's like Christian people, because it could be people of other religions as well. But it's like people that they act like they're holier than thou. They act like they're there to do the best thing, but they're actually there doing the most harm. And so, yeah, I would just, we pray right now that if anybody has spoken prayers against us in the spirit, or in the physical, however it's done. Again, I don't know if they insert, I know that some people will take your name and your information and they'll read a prayer and then they'll insert your name into the prayer. So I know that's one way that it's done, but I don't know other ways that it's done. But basically somebody that said that, either they said, oh, you know what, I'll pray for you on that. That's the person that this is. They could have been like, you could have been like, oh, I'm going through a hard time with something. And this person comes forward and goes, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and pray for you. Okay. I just you don't need other people's prayers. I mean, as far as what I believe, I feel like it's the prayers that you say over your own life that is what God listens to. But I do believe that, people use prayer as a means to block other people. Okay. And so somebody was trying to do that. They were trying to pray against you. And so you'll know who this person is because you've told this person personal stuff about you. It's like, it's about things that you either had an issue with that you were trying to overcome, or goals that you wanted to achieve. So whoever this person is, they could be a distant family member, or they could be somebody attached to a religion. But what I get is that if you guys are asking people to pray for you, not to do that. And the reason I say that is because you don't know what somebody else's bigger intention is for you. Okay. And if prayers like, if going in the spirit and praying against people did not work, people would not do it. So that's what I get. And especially like if you don't pray a lot and you have somebody else that's praying against you, you can have a lot of negative experiences that you were never meant to go through because somebody else is using the method of prayer against you. So um, make sure that when you're using it, that you're not praying or wishing down or wishing ill on other people, and that you're using it for the correct purpose. That's why I feel like being very vague with prayers. I always say, like when I'm reading Psalm 91, I'll be like, God, I'm reading this prayer to put up a boundary, but it's for any known and unknown, seen and unseen enemies that may come across my energy and then wish to do something to it. So prayer can be used for good, but it's a tool just like any other spiritual tool. Like tarot is a tool, pendulums are a tool, this bell is a tool. These are all tools that we can use to make things better spiritually, but they can also be used for negative as well. So that's what people need to know about. And then, there'll be people that just overly want to pray for you and stuff like that. And I would just be wary of those people, especially if you don't know. My day is going pretty good so far. I had an appointment earlier that I got through, and yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day as well. So anyways, this person, and the thing with prayer, because it is such a strong intention, if you were to like pray like let's say that somebody else is praying against you, and then you were to pray Psalm 91, your prayers, like by being prayerful, your prayers can actually knock out somebody else's negative prayers against you. So if it felt like whatever they wanted for you was working, and usually when people pray against you, they're just jealous. They're like mad that you have a wife, a husband, like something that they don't have, So they use, and I feel like it's like prayers almost turn into spell work at a certain point. And when you're not really involving God, but you're involving all this negative stuff and putting it, never have anything in a prayer that you say that is something that you don't want. Because prayer is extremely powerful. I mean, it is a method. It's one of the many methods to connect with God, but it's not the only one. And when people are praying out there, and if they're not people can say the words Jesus Christ and God, but if they don't have a real connection to that, then they could just be putting prayers out there for any deity or demon or whatever to see. So that's why it can be dangerous, but it also can be very helpful as well. And people will think that, okay, I'll ask a Christian person to pray for me because God's going to listen to them. Some people are Christians their entire life. They pray their entire life and they are censoring you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they'll pray their entire life and never hear back from God because their prayer either wasn't authentic, or they don't have a connection, or they're doing something to block out. They did rituals on you last night. Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm getting, is that prayer, when it's used in the incorrect fashion, can turn into, it feels the same as spell work to me. It feels like manipulation. Oh, I'm sorry. Your kid got bad dreams and your dog is limping randomly. Have you checked his paws? I would check your dog's paws. Sometimes, in between their paws, how they have that like membrane. Sometimes little like prickly things can get stuck in there. I remember like that would happen every once in a while with my dog. I would just have to spread out their toes and then I don't have a dog now, but I also used to do pet grooming, so I know about this. Those little prickly things, and then I would just take like this little tool and it would remove those. So that would be something to think about looking for. And then you can do Reiki on animals. It does work. You can also pray for your pets. You can do the laying on of hands, and that way I would be asking, like, what is this? Why? Because if somebody's trying to injure your animal and that's weird to me. If you're waking up and you're having your dog is limping, that's weird. And then also your child had bad dreams, that is like some type of attack. That's what it feels like. Wow, that's retarded. So yeah, I don't know who this is that's doing this to you, but I pray that that energy is reversed, and we ask that Archangel Michael look at it, because that's not right. The Chariot. Freaking police, the first card. I don't know what methods the police use, but they do have like illegal monitoring stuff. This talks about a victory over financial problems. Somebody has been trying to keep you guys in a low vibrational state. I do feel like this police energy was a threat in the past, but it's not as much now, because you're not giving these cops a foothold like they were. Oh, welcome back, Phoenix Empress. So if you send me a subtract the $6.99 from $20, I'm answering questions for $20 now. Just to let you know. But yeah, welcome back. So yeah, this is talking about avoiding arrogance. It says focus on the battle at hand. So there is something going on with the Chariot energy. And it's interesting that you're going through stuff. You're experiencing fear. Absolutely. Next time. You're experiencing fear though. And it's kind of like in the energy. So whatever this Chariot energy is talking about, you are gaining respect. I do feel like you guys are about to reach some type of new level, or like it's either an accomplishment or it's a new level. Yeah, there is fear energy, but it's not against you for sure. Yeah, I feel it. I feel the energy, but I don't know if it's coming from a person, a place, or a thing. Ragnarok, I would go through your child's room and just see if I'm picking up on shadows. I'm seeing like literal shadows. So I would go through his room and just cleanse it, bless it, pray over it. Teaching your children how to pray is like so important, because literally it's what prayer does is it combats the bad weeds. So it's like, let's say that you have a belief that's not serving you. If you pray, it'll help you become more aware of those beliefs, so that you're not diving into something that could be deceiving. And our beliefs do deceive us, like especially when we are holding on to anything fear-based. But yeah, they did a lot of rituals last night, and it barely worked. This is what I'm saying. It's scaring them. Yeah, that's probably the fear that I'm picking up on. For sure. I do feel like it's like somebody doesn't want you to move forward. They want you to be reluctant to make damn. What's going on with the throat chakra? There's so much spell work with this shit. That's why I was like, I'm wondering if this is prayers or spell work, or if, we're at the state where negative prayers turn into spell work. Okay, that's better. Wow. So I guess it's not impossible for, authorities to use black magic or prayer, some type of negative method. But this is definitely an authority energy that's coming through, or they feel like they have power and authority over something. I feel like you guys are going through so many different things at different times. It's like when my throat starts doing this, it's spell work, because I've already taken the allergy pill today. Like, I've already taken it, so I know that that's not what this. It's not. I mean, it could be partially hay fever, but there is so much spell work going on right now. This victory over illness and enemies and financial problems, this is basically the three things that this, well, actually four, because they don't want you to have love either, but that's what they were attacking. Sometimes it's good to, if you guys are having bad dreams, or if your children are having bad dreams, sometimes it's good to talk to, like, I wouldn't talk about the bad dreams at nighttime. So like, let's say your child wakes you up in the middle of the night, for example, or you wake up in the middle of the night yourself and it's because of a bad dream. That's probably not the best time to talk about the dream, because it could literally, your mind focuses on it, it'll pull you right back into it. So when you guys are getting woken up, or you're having bad dreams, or your children are, yeah, they used to often curse women who showed you love, for sure. I've definitely had to fight off some people that, I don't know who these people are to you, but they do attack you quite often, and they attack anybody that helps you or loves you. And I was like, oh, they've done fucked up trying to send that energy to me, because I send that shit right back. But yeah, if in the middle of the night when it's like, dark and stuff, is probably not the best time to talk about the dream or to think about it. The best thing you can do is like say a prayer, and then do what I do is, if it is something that's reoccurring, I will create my own ending to the dream so that it like has an ending, right? I'll just try to visualize something in my mind. But what you can do is you can start teaching your children how to pray in the middle of the night. And yeah, when they pray, it'll be, for me at least, when I get up and I pray, I know that in the middle of the night, if I'm being woken up or there's a bad dream, I get up and I obviously use my gift to look around, see if anything's around me, and then I pray, and then I'll probably eat something, drink something. I try to stay awake just a little bit so that I'm not going right back to sleep and going back into that same dream, because that seems to happen quite a bit for me. It's a Hierophant group who keeps doing this to you, yes, and they could be associated with some type of authority. I feel like this Hierophant group has been after you guys for a minute. But yeah, sending bad when people attack people's children, that's like the lowest shit you could do to somebody, is like attack an innocent child that's just trying to like be a child. Like, that's so messed up. But yeah, giving your children like a little night light also, that, I mean, for me, when I was young, I would always have to, I was seeing dead people all the time my entire life. So I was having to sleep with the light on. I was calling my parents always into the bedroom. I know. It's like totally not fun when your children go through stuff like that. But yeah, having your dog limping, having your child having a bad dream, those are two signs of your protection system. And we protect our children, but our children protect us. And this is adopted and non-adopted children. And children truly are blessings. And so the more that we can know that they are blessing us, it kind of helps with the energy. Because for a child, they could go through a dream and have a really hard time articulating it, and when she woke up, she was randomly afraid of her sister, like an illusion. Yeah. And that's something that spirits will do, is they'll try to come in and mess with somebody in the dream state, and then they'll basically feed fear into somebody so that they fear somebody else. It's retarded. It's just so that there's chaos in the house. I mean, you're dealing with somebody that does chaos magic professionally. They're like a professional at it, is what I get. And I don't know what chaos magic is other than it causes chaos. High priestess, yeah, okay, so why is it that these police are afraid of your spiritual gifts and abilities? These authority energies fear you overcoming something. Maybe they had something planned. Wow, that's silly. They are like mercenaries. Exactly. That's a great example, Phoenix Empress. That's a great example. They are like mercenaries. Yeah. They definitely will take money and bribes to harass certain types of people. I mean, eventually something's going to have to be done about it. But I feel like these people, look at this jail. What in the heck are these cops trying to do? trying to put you in jail. You've got to be joking, right? This is like them praying against. I keep getting prayer. So maybe they do use prayer, but they're praying against you and your families so that you guys just don't have peace. They feel like if they can get you to act out of character, then they can put you in jail for something. So you must not be doing anything illegal, because if you were doing something illegal, these people would have put you guys in jail already. And they would have taken your children and all that shit. Like, seriously, I'm getting some bad vibes off this chariot energy. I feel like somebody put this chariot energy onto you, and now these chariot energies are just extremely ignorant. They don't know that you haven't done anything. I mean, some of them do, and some of them are still going on with this agenda to get you locked up. There could be a Knight of Pentacles that is trying to compete with you for a female or a male type energy. They're trying to compete with you for somebody. Wow. So this person feels like they're financially successful and that they're also spiritually successful, but they fear your guys' high priestess ability, and they don't want you. And again, you can be a masculine energy and still be the high priestess and still have gifts and abilities. They don't like the fact that you can see what they're doing. Maybe these police officers are involved in something illegal. Death. Literally death. They better be careful. They better be careful trying to set people up, put them in prison, and then get them unalive. They better be careful with this shit, because this is going to backfire. That's too many cards, Spirit. Yeah, this is going to backfire. I bet you anything that this is about money. How much you want to bet? We're going to find out that this dumb shit is about money. And literally sending attacks, like when I used to go through my situation dealing with these crooked ass cops, not every single one was crooked. There was probably one that wasn't, but that cop was a woman. And these other cops, no, hell to the fuck no. They were crooked as shit. But yeah, they would send attack after attack after attack, and I would have to like spiritually defend myself from them. Wow, you had a friend getting framed before being admitted into the mental hospital when you met her. Wow, thank you. You're free now. Seriously, that's exactly what I get, is that these cops, they'll get people put in jail or they'll get people unalived. It's a complete setup from beginning to end. They just start coming for people. And this is their method of, they make deals with a King of Pentacles energy financially. If they feel like somebody's a problem in the community, they will Ten of Swords that person. They will come for them without just cause, and they'll do a lot of illegal shit. That's why knowing your rights and how to evoke and invoke your rights, however you say it, how to use your rights and how to deal with the police, because the police you guys know that they do not have to tell you the truth. In fact, these cops can come to your house at any point, knock on your door, and then tell you a bunch of lies about some shit that's like not even happening, just to try to get you to admit to something. And when they say things like, we already have footage of you doing it, or your friend has already confessed to it, you might as well just be honest with us. All of that shit is lies. You guys know that those are all lies. Most of the time when they say they have evidence of something, they have absolutely no evidence, and they're just trying to mind fuck you and play over your top, thinking that you're dumb. So like, if they were to show up on any type of bullshit towards you, first of all, you don't have to answer the door. You can tell them through the door. First of all, if there's no probable cause, even if they have probable cause, they might as well just kick the door down or go get a fucking warrant. And the thing is when you tell these cops to go get a warrant, yeah, like when you tell these cops, go get a warrant, do it the legit way, and then I'll let you in and I'll speak to you. But until then, I'm invoking my Miranda rights, and I'm going to remain silent until my lawyer is present. And the lawyer will come and say, you have no reason to talk to my client. Fuck off. Yeah, home gang battle to the death. Seriously. Yeah. So, you got to, and then once you invoke that right to remain silent, stop speaking. Use that right to protect yourself. Don't say anything, because these people will use that. They'll twist your words up and try to frame you. And I literally they were trying to frame me and put me in the mental institution and have me unalived because they wanted my property that I used to live on. And they could have the piece of shit property. In fact, when I was able to actually leave, I had no problem moving out of the state, city, etc., that these people were doing this shit to me. I had no problem leaving because obviously all my protection and good energy is going to come with me. These people are going to have to suffer the consequences from God after that. So I had no problem leaving. But yeah, they definitely thought that I was some type of problem because I do this. And because of whatever else, whatever other reason. Most likely they saw me as a Nine of Pentacles, being single, self-sufficient, and didn't like it. But yeah. So they will set people up and make deals with people behind the scenes to get people locked up. They will put things in your car. This is why after you've invoked the right to remain silent, then they can't speak with you without your lawyer present. But 15 days later, after you've invoked that right, they can come back again and try and start the whole process again. So the right to remain silent only lasts for 15 days. So just know that. This is justice. You learning your rights, and you need to just be very clear with them. First of all, I do not give consent to enter my home. I do not give consent for any type of search, and being very clear with them, because they're trying to use justice system against you. Exactly. What kind of cowardice people target children with black magic? Really crazy ones. People that are attached to these Hierophant groups. Yeah, you're going to receive justice. If these people come towards you on this shit, and I don't know, if you're not in America, I don't know if you have Miranda rights with the right to remain silent and have a lawyer and all that. But you always ask them, officer, am I being detained for anything? Like, let's say that you're at a traffic stop and they start wanting to look in your car and shit. They can't hold you for long amounts of time. You do have lawyer rights here. Good. Yeah. So definitely use that, because the lawyer is going to shut these cops down. And again, the fact that they can't get you in the physical because you're not doing anything illegal, they're trying to get you in the spiritual realm, and it's backfiring. And these cops better be careful, because literally you guys are so strong, you overpower whatever they're praying against you. And it could be that these are just crooked cops and they don't want you to rescue children. They don't want you to be an influence to community or whatever. But again, like, God does not care about these officers' personal opinions about you and whatever they have going on, because they will try to get you put in an institution or put in prison, and then they'll have whoever is the real estate agent over your property. They'll have that person come in and sell your property, and they'll split up the money. That's one thing that I've seen them do. The other thing is they make deals with the judge so that they can deem you incompetent and unable to take care of yourself, so that then they can lock you up. And then if you have an inheritance, they'll keep that away from you, and they'll find a way to divvy that up and spend it as well. So again, very crooked people. These are not officers that are here to serve and protect. They're officers that are here to do the devil's work: rape, steal, kill, and destroy, and cause people to commit suicide and shit like that. Like, these people are into some type of black magic practice. And so why they feel so threatened by you is because maybe maybe something about your energy is stopping their crooked shit. Maybe these people, maybe they're involved with some criminal stuff and they can't do it while you exist. This is all about what did I say? 10 of Pentacles. You're getting justice. These people wanted to make you homeless, throw you out on the streets and all that shit. And this is because of an inheritance, a gift. It could be about money, but it's definitely about what you inherited from God. And then also, this is like, buying real estate, planning for good returns and all that. They want your fortune for sure. They can't have it. And literally, they can bully as much as they want to bully, but as long as you stay in control of your guys' energy and staying in control of basically your anger or being upset, they want to trigger you to the point where you will act out, so that then they can 10 of swords you. This is like police coming to harass you, sending witchcraft to you, coming to harass you, and then planning to already gun you down. The moment that they'll say that you reached for a weapon or some shit and they're going to gun you down. This is why you can't trust these fucking people. You cannot trust the police. They're wanting to lock you away so that they can take something from you or stop you from being heard by others. No, they can burn in the pits of hell because that's exactly where they're going. They may end up in jail themselves or dead because of this dumb shit. I'm not kidding. They literally may end up dying. And that's just karma. They had the intention to unalive you. That's what's going to happen to them. So yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed that they can't get you on any faulty charge, that they can't create any type of warrant. They're also pissed that you would be it would be noticed if you guys went missing from the community. These police officers are pissed about that. They're definitely all about keeping you hidden, not known about, not seen, so that the moment that they want to come and strike, you'll be, look at this. They don't want you seen on the World Wide Web. They don't want you world renowned. They don't want you able to even move to another country or move to another state or move to another city where they won't have access to your energy. These are vampiric assholes. Yeah. They want you to change your job to doing something else. No. We serve God. Okay, we're not changing our job. We're serving God. It doesn't have anything to do with these people. And again, if their criminal shit is coming up in your energy and you're picking up on it, then maybe these people should just stop committing crimes because they're obviously going to get caught. And this deal maker that makes these deals with the devil and deals with the police, this person's about to be ousted for that. What I say about you guys being Nine of Pentacles energy, that's why they were coming for me. They thought that, oh, I don't have any family or anything like that because I'm an orphan and whatever, that they'll be able to just traffic me or whatever. You know what I mean? And fuck no, they're not. Haven't done anything to warrant anything like that. And these people better be real careful because they could very well end up dead doing this dumb shit to the wrong person. I mean, maybe they've gotten away with rushing people out of town and trying to make them afraid and trying to cause them PTSD and shit like that. They've gotten away with that, but it doesn't mean that they are not going to go unpunished. These people will be punished by God, and they are right now. In fact, they're the ones that are in the 10 of Swords. Everybody's going to turn their back on these cops, on these authority figures, because they wanted to breadcrumb you with your own energy. This could even be authority people attached to like the entertainment business or the music industry or whatever. And they just don't want you making money. Wow. How fucking weird is that? That's weird to me. Even if they tried to shoot me, their gun would misfire. That's exactly it. These people are not, the weapons will form, but they will not prosper. And these people, you know, they feel like because they have some authority, they feel like they can play God in somebody's life. And they're about to learn how much they are not like God, how much they're more like the devil. Yeah, sending attacks to your children, that's ridiculous. And attacking single self-sufficient people that have children is also not okay. I mean, these cops are doing some type of witchcraft or energy manipulation, or they're using energy weapon technology. Like I said, if you were doing something illegal, they would have already swooped you up and put you in jail. And then done something with wherever you live. Or, I mean, this is like literally somebody that's got a vendetta. So maybe you pissed off somebody that knows these cops and they started this agenda. Yeah, I do feel like you guys have the energy of the King of Cups, where you're very nurturing, very responsible, and very balanced between head and heart. These people don't want you to have any type of balance because they feel like if you have balance, then they're not going to be able to breadcrumb you. And this is like, make up your mind. Do you want collective to leave the community or stay in the community? What is this actually about? Is this about somebody's very dark sexual desires or what? I mean, what is this actually about? Are these cops pissed off that they can't RAPE someone or can't have SEX with them? Or what is this actually about? Why would you attack somebody's children? That's fucking crazy and just uncalled for. They're going to have to answer for this. They're so dissatisfied with the outcome of the situation that they're not able to put you in jail. Why is this? Why do they feel this strongly about it? This is what I'm saying. It's not normal. It is absolutely not normal to feel 111 right now, to feel this strongly about not being able to frame somebody else. And this is all most likely over money or them not wanting you to have a home, not wanting you. And who the fuck are they to even think that their wants and needs are going to be met, heard, or listened to? This is why they're dissatisfied. Yeah, they were thinking that they were putting you guys at a crossroads in life, and that's not even the case. That's literally not even what's happening here. These people are at the crossroads. They're at the crossroads. They need to make a new choice, a better choice. Let's just say that. They need to make a better choice because this is not the way. This is clearly not the way to act and behave. And they know this. These people are not confused about what's right and wrong. But the fact that you've got the justice card showing up here, I feel like you may have, yes, I do know about the adrenochrome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Which is what I think you're talking about, out of children's adrenaline. Yeah. They extract it out of like the pineal gland or something like that. Yeah, there is dark groups that do that, and you're against them. And so they want to persecute you. And but the moment that they start to go for a child, that's when the spiritual realm really fights back real hard, because children should not be like, it says in the Bible to not provoke your parents, and it says also to parents not to provoke their children. Somebody else trying to provoke your children because you don't agree with their black magic is like ridiculous. But yeah, your children are going to be more powerful than these people. So it's like they also they know about this star energy. They know that you're a star seed and you're not from this planet. Maybe they're afraid of that. Well, they better get over it, because there's a lot of star seeds on this planet. So yeah, this is definitely about you having a 4 of Wands success and completing your creative goals. Maybe somebody wants you to join the industry or join some type of, method of control so that they can be in control of what comes to you. These people are so in trouble. Literally, whatever they try to do to you will happen to them. Yeah, the first contact. Look at this, the King of Wands. This is definitely because somebody wants to sleep with you. And yes, back in the day, a lot of witches burned because of people like this. I get that this is an enemy from another lifetime. Over a lot of illusions, people died, Yeah, people do know that you're Pleiadian. Yeah. It's like these illusions are the same illusions that they would paint in the past to get a woman executed or hemmed up, RAPED, all of that crap. And so this shit still goes on to this day. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune just fell out. This still goes on to this day. It's just, people cover it up a little bit better. But I feel like they're getting caught. They're getting caught up. You guys are still in the Wheel of Fortune. This is your winning era. This is definitely your winning era. And I feel like this energy has been trying to put prayers out into the spiritual realm that you don't figure out what they're doing, because you'll call judgment. Yeah, definitely warlock witch energy, hiding behind religion to do horrific rituals worse than the average witch. I thank you. I totally agree with that. Like literally, these rituals that they engage in are old, they're reptilian, and they're not positive. I mean, you could be saving children that these people wanted to sacrifice. So now they're pissed off. They want to sacrifice you now. Or they want to get you to do something. I'm getting a really weird sexual energy from these people. But yeah, they know that you're going to call judgment on them. And once you do this, and we do it now, but like once you do this, it's over for them. That's why they were facing death and endings, because you have stopped some type of trafficking ring or cycle or something like that. And you guys have to realize, you just being in a certain place at a certain time could be stopping these people from doing what they want to do with others. And that's what they're pissed off about. Yeah, they used to violate you in the astral and try to harvest your light. Yeah, wow, that's crazy that you have had the same exact experience that I've had with authorities, like the same verbatim exact energy. These are all things I've thought and had to actually go through and recover from, but like haven't said them out loud. And the fact that you're just validating that to me, that is wild, because yeah, I've had that same experience with the Five of Wands, always trying to start a fight. And their competition, see, these cops don't like that you guys have spiritual power. Yeah, they do astral violations, literally, and it feels horrific. They do, yeah. They do this to the gifted chosen ones. They do. I really feel like they try to sacrifice you guys, and they try to turn your entire community against you, like a whole bunch of people to fight against you. And it's because these people either belong to a religion or a spiritual cult or whatever. And religions are spiritual cults. That's crazy. They don't like, yeah, these people are blocked. They're blocked by the universe. Them trying to start fights with your family, that's blocked. They want you to do something illegal so that they can come pick you up and arrest you and put you away forever so they can go back to trafficking humans again and making the amount of money that they were making. Yeah, it's like a ghost violating you. Yeah, that's them. Absolutely. They definitely remote view and astral project and all that crap. And they better be really careful, because I've got no problem ripping somebody out of their fucking body and putting them in hell. I have no problem doing that. And we hold that type of authority. We could, just with our words, we could cast somebody to the pits of hell and they would end up going into purgatory. And that's what we're calling for, is God to cast these people into the second death flames. And whatever they were doing in the astral realm as well, we ask that God, the Most High, please cast them into the second death fire and get rid of all of that. Because when they're astral projecting over you, they're watching you to see if you're doing anything illegal. Because if you were, they would literally come to your house and take you out, literally. The clown pastor is literally being dragged to hell. You can sense it. Absolutely. Absolutely. This Queen of Wands person was behind this from the very beginning. She knows somebody that's in law enforcement, and she's either jealous or she's just envious. But yeah, she definitely has egged these people on to stop you from working on a creative project. These people want total domination and control over everyone. And that's just not, I'm sorry, but being a police officer that's not part of the job description, having total domination and control over somebody else. They're over here illegally monitoring you guys, illegally. And yes, remote viewing somebody, trying to astral project over their body while they're sleeping and doing that to their children. That is illegal spying. That's breaking spiritual law. You can't do that to people. And you cannot do that to God's people. That's why these cops are having loss after loss after loss after loss, and they don't realize that it's because of the shit that they tried to do in the spiritual realm to you and then tried to bring that to the physical realm. It's a hell no. This King of Swords in the reverse is somebody that conceals their emotions, very intelligent but extremely dangerous person, cruel and self-centered. He plots against you, sadistic and manipulative, enjoys causing suffering and trouble, looks out for only his own best interest. Watch out for this person's actions. Watch out for them. This person is a monster. Okay, this King of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody that's connected to the justice system. They could be what are they called? The DA is a DA, the district attorney. They could be something attached to that. These people like to manipulate documents in the background. So I would just, do a search on yourself. Make sure that there's not any life insurance policies taken out on you, that there's not any PC loans taken out on you. Those are the two types of identity theft and fraud that people, yeah, exactly. Chomo, literally. These people are just really bad. They're just really bad people. I mean, God was always going to wipe these people off of the playing board. Yeah, if these people even think about trying to sue you or silence you or get you to stop helping others by taking you to court, they're going to have to very quickly flee from that, because these people don't go that high up. They're not ranked up in the justice system high enough to get this to pull off. Maybe on somebody that's a nobody, but you guys are not a nobody. You have supernatural strength here for you. And these people know that. That's why your power has got them in the tower. That rhymed. Didn't plan on it, but it did rhyme. But yeah, they wanted to stop this 3 of Cups abundance, you having a fruitful harvest. They wanted to stop that because they see you over here in the sun healing your inner child. And they know that once you heal your inner child from all of this stuff, they're not going to have any way of trying to re-injure you. And that's what it's about. These people are attached to the devil. The devil is actually in the tower with these people for doing this. And they pull on that devil energy so much, being so foolish, not realizing that what is the devil going to do but betray them? The devil was always going to betray these people. That is what the devil does. The devil will tell you what you want to hear. And then the moment that you trust the devil and your back is turned, here comes the 10 knives or the 10 swords. Here comes 3 swords, you know. I do feel like somebody wants to date you, but they just want to have sex with you. So I would not break your celibacy for this person. They want to come in and extract energy from you and then use anything that they can use against you. That's why, you know, these people are afraid of your inheritance. They're afraid of what God has given you because they know that you're this emperor energy, that you control your own emotions and you don't allow things to get out of hand. These people are experiencing many losses, many betrayals, many setbacks. Again, I feel like these cops, their wives, some of these cops' wives have found out what they do at their job, and these wives are going to be divorcing these people. Yeah, they corrupted many things. These wives are like, we're not like held to the no. You know, we're not going to stay with you after we found out you're illegally stalking and surveillancing somebody and all this other shit. What type of woman would want to be with a man that is a rapist? It's crazy. Nobody. 3 of Pentacles, you still have a community and a soul tribe that connects with you and loves you, which is a beautiful thing. I would start looking about the beliefs that you have surrounding money and how you can make it. And I would start working with affirmations because these people are definitely praying against you. So I would start saying affirmations that go in the opposite direction of what these people want. And again, we're informing the universe that what these people want is not part of the divine life plan for you. So we rebuke it and we rebuke them. Yeah, you've had to cut many people off because they've been betrayers. They've been people that will go to the police, make reports to the feds, make false reports on you while smiling in your face. And I can't stand people like that. It's like, if you got a problem with me, why don't you just say it? Why do you have to stand here? And what type of fucking weirdo stands around somebody that they don't like? That's what is mind-blowing to me. Some people are so strange and demonic. Yeah, you outrank them, and these people feel like you need to be unalived because of that. That is exactly what they tried to do to Jesus. You've got an Ace of Swords protection here. And because you cut people off at the right time, because you guys sever that connection with people that do not serve your highest purpose, and you guys continue to move forward, this is what's given you this protection. Yeah, they corrupted the lodges and the halls for money. Yeah, and it's like literally, I mean, they belong to some type of cult. They don't want, see, these officers thought that they are trying to keep you away from your divine feminine or divine masculine because they want to send somebody else in, a trickster, to impersonate as a lover. And it's a no. It's a no. These people are going to have to give up. This Hierophant group is going to be experiencing a lot of loss, like these are big losses. Losing their connections to the justice system for this Hierophant group is a big loss. These cops getting divorced and fired from their jobs and possibly put in jail because of all of their illegal activity, that's a big loss for this Hierophant group. Their officers being unalived in prison because of what they were trying to do to the chosen, that's a big loss for this Hierophant group. They were not prepared. They were prepared to attack you with everything that they had, but they were not prepared to be attacked back. They thought that because they serve a religion that God supports them. And this is the very foolish thought, thinking that God supports your bullshit. God does not have the back of these people. Yeah, you got people in the bins. They don't know the criminals can hear your voice. That's it. Exactly it. It's like, I don't know why, I don't know why they would attack a child though, but I do get that vibe. They will attack you and your children and your horse and whatever else comes with you because they don't want you to have authority or power that they can't have access to you. And if they were to imprison you, they would force you to use your ability or use your power to benefit their evil purpose. And and they would threaten you with more jail time if you didn't do what they said. And I would be like, okay, I guess you're just gonna have to lock me up forever because I'm never gonna betray God and help you and your demonic bullshit. These people need to understand that they may have some physical power, but they don't have power over the spiritual realm. The Seven of Swords, these people are seriously running away from a dangerous situation that they put themselves in. Coming for you. Coming for you guys is dangerous. And this is why I just don't come for people. I just don't care enough about anything to fight anybody or like try to steal anything. I don't feel like I need anything bad enough to steal it from somebody. But these other people are they got some very desperate ass energy. Like, I don't know where this desperation and fear is coming from, but these people are afraid that you guys are waking up the masses and bringing them to Christ consciousness and making them turn away from whatever they were doing before. The Eight of Cups, look at this. I said, watch, we're going to find out that this was for the love of money. The Eight of Cups in the reverse talks about a relentless pursuit of money. They were unwilling to walk away from attacking you. And this is because of what you do for work. It's because of saving children. And it's also because of your Eight of Pentacles, what you do for a job. Again, these police officers have also come across hitmen and other things where they should have protected you, but they didn't because they didn't want to see you succeed. So they let hitmen and other people come after you. That's when freaking the Archangel Michael got involved. The moment that they were not going to serve justice on your behalf is the moment that, and these police officers need to get it the fuck together. They need to stop attacking civil prophets. Okay. They need to stop with that shit, and they need to stop enslaving people like what they're doing. I mean, I guess they don't have to stop. They're going to create their own death and have to live and sleep in their own bed. And these people's wives are leaving. I mean, God is going to do the unthinkable to these people. Not only are they ignorant, but God is protecting your divine feminine energy and your divine feminine. And also, you may receive some good news that these officers have been fired or whatever. You may see it on the news or something, like a whole bunch of like martial law. It could be like martial law enacted in this city because these police officers were involved in this, and this. The 10 of Wands, they're carrying a 10 of Wands, a major burden. They want you to be the bearer of that burden, but that's not your life. It's not meant for you to die on a cross. It's not meant for you to carry the sins of the world. That shit was already done. And if it wasn't done, then it never needed to be done. And so these people need to like really understand that they're the ones that are burdened. They're the ones that are betrayers. They're the ones that are using black magic. They're the ones that are sacrificing children. And I don't care what the fuck they serve. Everything has to obey the Most High God. The Nine of Cups, your guys are still going to be in wish fulfillment regardless of what the choice that these people make. And your children will be as well. Like and somebody wants you to be afraid of losing a child. No, your child, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Your child will have a long, healthy, wealthy, happy life, free and unencumbered from these people. They definitely wanted to take you out before you reach some like fame or something. Knight of Cups, this is what their plan was, to send somebody in on a love offer. And they were going to have that hit man take you out, or hit woman, or hit person. That's what their plan was, to completely sacrifice you. These people are in the Nine of Swords. They're crying and they're grieving because they're losing people around them. Not only are they losing their wives, they're losing their lives. They're losing their livelihood. They're losing everything that they ever cared about. Yeah, they definitely want to steal your bride. This is ridiculous shit right here. They also don't want you to plan on moving. They want you to like stay stuck in a space, like in prison. They want you to they want to imprison you. This also talks about a new business idea that will bring success to you. Yeah, you don't need these people to succeed, and you're more powerful than them. They can come on whatever dumb bullshit that they're on, but trust me, these people don't want to be sued by your legal team. If, they can come back. If they want to have an interaction with you, they need to go get a fucking warrant. And if they can't get a warrant, then they need to stay the fuck away from you. Point blank period, or they're going to get unalived. And it won't be you having to defend yourself that unalives them. It'll be some type of malfunction of their own weapon that gets them shot, or some other weird shit that goes on. Like, I've literally seen people slapped, pushed downstairs, bitten, scratched, and all sorts of shit by like nothing, by nothing that we can physically see, but they're obviously getting their ass beat. So these people try to come to you with any type of manipulative, vindictive plan. They're going to be the ones stuck carrying the burdens. Like I said, if you have to defend yourself from these people, they will be put down permanently, because they're only putting their self-preservation first. These people don't care about the better good of all. You still have an Ace of Cups, overflowing love coming for you. God's not going to take you out of the community unless it's absolutely necessary. And this is definitely about your children. It's about children in general. Maybe they want to traffic a child you have. Maybe they want to bring in DCFS and get a child taken out of your care. That could very well be what this is that I'm feeling. Yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah, and say curse on your kids. Yeah, the Nordic Pleiadian ancestors go tit for tat. Yeah, I mean, talk about petty. Odin is on another level of petty. And we don't even want to see what going up against Odin would be like. That would be shitty. So yeah, if I were these people, I would leave it alone, and I would just humbly back out of whatever they're involved in. See, they know that you're in hermit mode. They also know that your children are isolated, that you don't allow your children to go on like sleepover dates or whatever this is. These people are looking for children to abduct. The Seven of Pentacles, they wanted to have a major turning point in your finances, all because you have a loving and caring personality. That's crazy. And because you have public fame and recognition, people are seeing you, and maybe you speak out against people like this, against being entities like this, because this is an entity. Then again, they're using moon magic and using nighttime to send these attacks. Yeah, a lot of people know who you guys are, in the spirit and in the physical. All right. What is the outcome? The outcome is that you guys are going to be in the 10 of Cups, like total wish fulfillment, happy, peace, and contentment. Yeah, because you have the energy of the magician. Yeah, I'm using moon magic against a pot. That is extremely retarded, because we know that the moon only gives the light that's reflected from the sun. So it's still Apollo's light. It's still the same light. It's like crazy. This magician card, they doubted your magician skills. They're definitely on the defensive for this. They're injured and they're going to be permanently wounded. They're not going to be able to recover. This is because you guys are getting an Ace of Pentacles, and this is what they were trying to stop. Yeah, they were trying to stop that. That's why you've got an Ace of Wands support here coming through from Spirit. They're not going to have a victory over you. And you're going to bring your creative vision to others. The Two of Wands talks about acting decisively and making the correct choices. I feel like you guys are on the right path. This Two of Cup love offer that comes from the universe that they wanted to cut off is still being offered to you. So yeah, I feel like these people, you know, they're in the Hangman, the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, and they're also in the Five of Pentacles, because these people are not going to be able to make their mortgage payments. Whatever expensive shit living out of their means that they were doing, they're not going to be able to pay for this anymore, because they're ran out of children. You've either saved children or you've stopped some type of crime from being committed. And so yeah, these people are going to burn in hell. And they may end up literally being thrown in jail as well. They should not have come for you. This is why you just don't fuck with people. Don't fuck with people. That should be like the main lesson that everybody understands, is that you just leave other people alone, and don't wish against them, don't pray against them, don't work against them, because you never know. You never know who's guarding that other person. You know what I mean? Literally. These people have no support. They've got no protection. And now they're losing their connection with this Hierophant group. And so this is all falling down. It's literally all coming tumbling down. These people are going to fall on their heads. But then they will not be touching you. They will not come nigh thy dwelling. Judgment has been called on them. And if they try to come towards you on any type of bullshit or do anything, yes, you inspire young men to help children with true power, and they don't want you doing that. They want to take people out off the streets and put them in jail. That's all these people want to do. And they want to get their hands on the chosen ones. They're not going to be touching the chosen. They don't understand the backlash that comes with that, but they're about to experience it. So you may see these people take a great fall. I wouldn't be excited about it, but just know that God's got you and that these people will not succeed. Okay. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you all so much. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, you guys, peace be with you. Please like this video, hit the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure that you go into the description box below. Have your war bands, have bikers, Vikings, natives. Yeah, we're everywhere. Exactly. But yeah, make sure that you guys like the video and all that good stuff. Okay. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I'm giving you air hugs and all the support you need to move forward. Pray for your children, pray for your family. And if you get woken up in the middle of the night, it's just time to pray. Okay. All right, you guys, you're welcome. I love you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.